Hello and welcome to the Mal and Johnny Show. Well, it is strange because yesterday I had a very special guest in the studio. It was Mr. Johnny Tudor.
That's me. I was in Swansea.
Actually, I think we've got the same clothes on as we had on yesterday.
Right.
But we're busy. We're busy men, Johnny. We're busy men.
Exactly.
And it's nice to have
Yeah,
continuity.
well, I was so close to you. I thought I can't not say hello
Oh.
when I'm up the road. Be rude, wouldn't it?
So what were you doing? Are you allowed to say?
Yes, I'm allowed to say. My daughter, my eldest daughter, has got a bit of sun damage under her eye, which she doesn't like because it's a bit. It's not disfiguring, but she doesn't like it.
Right.
She has to put makeup over it on this. So I know a bloke called Dr. Alan Jones, who's red hot at skin stuff.
Yeah.
And he did a laser job on it and lasered it off.
Wow.
And it's gone completely fantastic.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
I know Dr. Jones. I mean, he can make you look 20 years younger, can't he?
Well, he can, yeah.
See if I can find his number.
We'll have to go to get some stuff. He's got everything. He's a character, is Dr. Jones. He's got a place called Defy Time.
Defy Time.
And he's got all these stuff. But what he's done, what I like about him, he used to be a GP. So he's not some quack sticking needles in you. You know what I mean? He really knows what he's doing. And he goes to all these seminars all over the world and things like that. And he's got all sorts of stuff there. He's got one thing, like a centrifuge, where he takes blood from you, and then they stick it in the centrifuge. It gets the plasma from the blood, and then I think he injects the plasma back into your face. It's like a facelift, apparently, because it's like stem cells, if you see what I mean.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Well,
from what I can gather.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, we that could be our strapline for the podcast: Defying Time with Mal with John Tudor.
That's right, Defy Time. The thing is, I had to laugh because he's a hell of a nice guy, and he had his scrubs on, and he had his like a big light on his head, and he had the big goggles and his machine. I said, "You look like the mad professor from Back to the Future." Okay, Marty, what's that? The flex capacitor. But he's great. He's a really good guy.
Oh, good. Well, it was nice to have you in the room. So, maybe we should have done it then. But obviously you were busy. You had to get back for the kids and all of that. So
well, it was Sally. She had to get back. Her husband had the house full of kids. Yeah. Her kid and the cousins. I think he had him as well.
Right then. What about now then? What today is? It's the 30th. Wednesday the 30th. So tomorrow's the 31st. Do you do Halloween?
Oh well, I do when the kids are around, but they're gone to Mexico.
Oh.
And they're going to go to the Day of the Dead.
Oh my gosh, yes. I remember James Bond, isn't it? Started off like that.
Yeah, apparently it's a big thing in Mexico. They all go in skeleton outfits and stuff like that. So they're going today or tomorrow to see that in Cozumel. Right. They'll really enjoy that. So it's like a big time, Halloween thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
But it's Americanized, isn't it, Halloween? We did used to do that, didn't we?
What did we used to do? We used to do bonfire night.
Bonfire night and Christmas. That's all we used to do.
Yeah. I remember we started. It was like when I was kids. I was in the boys' brigade, and I remember we did have a bob in for apples one Monday night.
I could never do that.
No, bob in for apples. But maybe you'd put a cloak on or something, or I don't know. But it's gone nuts. It's gone absolutely.
Well, they used to go around with like a lantern made out of a pumpkin and
yes,
and all that. We used to do that.
Yeah, in the window.
It was a bit of fun, wasn't it?
Yeah, or a turnip if you couldn't get a pumpkin. When you
turnip, you couldn't eat. You couldn't eat it out.
Our guys have been to like pumpkin farms. They come back with loads of different coloured pumpkins and sizes of pumpkins. It's gone pumpkin crazy, man.
Well, my daughter, they grew 2 pumpkins in the garden, and she gave them to the other kids because she wouldn't be a big uns. They really grew easily.
Yeah. See, the thing is now that I'm not a scaredy cat, Johnny. I just don't like it. I just don't. I don't see the attraction of ghosties.
Well, I don't know
and
what
ghoulies.
it's about. What is it about? It must come from some old pagan rite or something.
Because November the 1st is All Souls Day. All Hallows Day. So that's the day before is Halloween. All Hallows evening. So it's apparently when all the sort of the ghosts and the ghoulies sort of run riot, before All Saints Day.
Oh, gosh, yeah.
I don't know. I prefer burning a man at the stake 5 days later.
I mean, when you think about it, that's a bit drastic, isn't it?
It's just a little bit.
What did he do? He was a Catholic. Was he a Catholic?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. And he wanted to burn the Houses of Parliament down because they were crucifying all the Catholics.
Yeah.
I mean, let's be fair. There's been some right goings on, isn't it, to be fair?
Yeah.
I mean, Catholics fighting the Protestants. I mean, it's all the same God and the same name.
Well,
Yeah.
I do remember seeing, and we don't endorse this. But they used to do a lot of bumper stickers. Do you remember bumper stickers? They were very popular at one stage.
Yeah.
Where is Guy Fawkes when his country needs him most? No, but it was terrible times. I mean, the whole, so because the whole thing about not being Catholics anymore was down to Henry VIII, the Reformation.
Yeah, because he wanted to get rid of his wife.
Yeah.
So the Pope wouldn't let him. So he said, "Oh, I'll leave then. Forget it. I'll start my own."
He'll pop sick. But
he was a terrible fella when you think about it.
Yeah.
He sacked all the blinking monasteries. He burnt books. I mean, he was a blinking heretic. What a fella he was.
And the thing is, they sold them all off. He got all the money, you see. Got all the money.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
it was
what did he sell off? He sold the monasteries
all
off.
the monasteries off, all the land, because they were very rich, landowners.
Yeah.
And then, of course, not that I'm a podcast freak listening to the Tudors and all that, but of course, then he pops his clogs,
Yeah.
Edward, his boy, is still very, very Protestant. And then he dies, and then his sister, Mary, she's a Catholic. And then she burns all the Protestants. So then, and then she dies, and Elizabeth comes, and they start. I mean, all and they'll know we are Christians by our love, is as they say in the old hymn.
Yeah. It's all in the name of religion.
Yeah.
There was a comedian, I don't know, Tony. It was quite funny the way he said. He said, "This religion tells you there's this invisible man in the sky."
Yeah.
And he knows everything.
Yeah.
And he's with you 24/7, every minute of every day.
Yeah.
He knows what you do.
Yeah.
He said, and then, now did he go after that? And he's got 10 things he wants you to do. And if you don't do any of those, he sends you down to hell where you burn in agony for eternity.
Yeah.
But he loves you. He said, and he needs money.
He needs your money.
He needs money. He said, he's not very good with money.
See, when you put
I think it was an American comedian.
Yeah.
But I think, what was the Irish comic who used to do stuff about religion?
Dave Allen. Dave Allen.
Dave Allen, that's right, yeah. He used to do it. And at the end he'd say, "May your God go with you."
Yeah. My brother was with my grandfather. So this is my grandfather died when I was 6 or 7, so it was a long time ago, and he wasn't much older. So my little brother said, my big brother, but he's littler than me now. He said, "Dad, can God see us everywhere?" And Dad, very religious man, said, "Yes, he can." He goes, "Let's hide."
Lovely.
Let's hide. Yeah, the whole thing. Do you know about? I mean, bonfire. It was illegal not to have a bonfire for years and years because he was trying to remember what the Catholics had possibly done to Parliament. So it's like, it was the law for ages. Penny for the guy was just a way to extort money out of people who passed by the local shops, wasn't it?
Exactly. Penny for the guy.
Penny
wouldn't go far these days.
Oh, what did you use the money for? Was it cigarettes?
No, I never smoked. I never ever smoked. I still don't smoke.
Yeah.
And it was very strange because the old man had pubs, so I was surrounded by smokers. Yeah. But my father used to warn me, if I see you smoking, I cut your fingers off. So I never smoked.
Well,
I think I probably had a puff and I coughed my lungs up. I thought, this is no good. I'm not doing this.
It's no good for a singer, is it?
Did you ever smoke?
No. It's
I used to come in. I don't know about you. I used to come in from the gigs, from the clubs. Oh. And your clothes would be smelling right through to your underwear of smoke. You have to take it all off, chuck it in the washing machine. Yeah. I mean, unbelievable when you think of it. And you're taking deep breaths singing. You're taking, everybody's smoking. It's been blinking, doing some damage.
They do say Roy Castle, that's what happened to him, isn't he? He didn't smoke, but he died of lung cancer because he did all the smoky gigs. And it is strange now, because if you tell your kids that, you'd come out of a pub and you'd be stinking of smoke, well, they wouldn't believe you, would they?
Well, that's right. It was in restaurants. It was everywhere.
Yeah. And at the time when they tried to ban it, this is terrible, civil liberties. But
that's right.
I think it's probably a good idea now, don't you?
I think it's a very good idea. And they thought that was going to be the end of the pubs. It wasn't the end of the pubs.
No, it never is.
What's the end of the pubs is banning people from driving if they're drunk because they can't go to the pub in the car. By the way, they haven't put beer up. They put it down today.
Oh, really? You've been. See, that's the thing. You're across these things, aren't you? You're across.
Down a penny, she said.
Down a penny.
But what else has she done? Oh, she's borrowed 50 billion.
Oh, there you go. Well,
we'll be paying it off forever.
We've all done that, haven't we? We've all borrowed far too much money that we can't really pay back. What's the difference?
Well, touch wood. Since I paid my mortgage off, I haven't got any debts at all.
Oh wow! You couldn't lend me 50p, could you? For the guy, penny for the guy.
I'll give you some money towards the house.
So, any plans? Any plans now, Johnny Tudor, for a couple of weeks, or is it all the way to Christmas now?
I've got no gigs. I haven't bothered looking. I've got a meeting with my agent next week. She wants to talk to me about something. So I'm still trying to get the Dorothy Squires book made into a film.
That's the project.
And I'm seeing her about that. And we've got some people she knows she thinks she can come in and like do a co-write with me. You know what I mean? I think it's easier if there's two of you bouncing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like when I did the play, I had Mike Povey, who was great. So we just go down there, I'd go down with the cakes, put the kettle on, and we'd bounce ideas all day. And that's how we came up with the play as it was.
Yeah, great. Well, as you can see, I've got all the tracks from the live show. At the arena.
Yeah, hey, listen, I heard it. It was good sound.
So I'm just going through it all. See if I can fix any mistakes. Not that
you want to put that out. It'd be nice as an album or something.
Well, I haven't put an album out for 2 weeks, so.
But the thing is, it's nice to leave the chat on it as well.
Yeah.
You're talking to Andy Fairweather and all that.
Yeah.
And that's going to be interesting to people, see?
I hope so, Johnny. I hope so.
Yeah.
All right, man. Well, look, you've got to go through your budget. I've got lots of things to do, so...
I'm going for a curry with Owen just said to me, I'm going for a curry tonight. Do you want to join me? I said, I might as well, I said.
It's nice to be invited, Johnny. It's nice to be invited.
She's off on Thursday. She's got to go to West Wales on Thursday because she's got this an episode of this series she's doing called what do you say it was called A Silent Water or something like that.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, great. Okay, well, give her our love. Enjoy the curry.
I will.
So it's a happy bonfire night, happy Halloween from me, and it's
bangers and squibs from me.
Cheerio. Bye.